Hey there, Gemini. It's Jen here. I am doing your mid-March reading. So it's interesting for your reading. I was You're channeling part of this mid-March reading. I was just drawn to my malachite. I actually just got this. I don't think I bought any stones last year. I really stones, whatever rocks. I was at a metaphysical shop. And my roommate from college, we were in Rockport, Mass. She lives south of Boston, so she came over to see us, and we were just walking around Rockport, and they had a metaphysical store, and I think I was buying this actually, maybe, I think so, this moonstone, and she's like, Jen, are you buying a rock? I'm like, yes, I am. Anyway, I just got this malachite a couple weeks ago, and I was very drawn to it all of a sudden, and that's not normal. So I'm like, okay, this is where Gemini's channeling is going to come from. So I looked it up, and just some people, I don't know what the right word, if it's smelt or melt this down for copper. So if there's a copper connection for you, I didn't look extensively where it's mined, but Israel, Britain, and Congo came up. And then I wanted to read the metaphysical properties. So what website am I reading from? charmsofflight.com. And it says, Malachite clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. It opens the heart to unconditional love, encourages risk-taking and change, breaks unwanted ties and outworn patterns, and teaches us how to take responsibility for one's actions, thoughts, and feelings. So I thought that was pretty profound, really. I'm going to read it one more time. Malachite clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. It opens the heart to unconditional love, encourages risk-taking and change, breaks unwanted ties and outworn patterns, and teaches how to take responsibility for one's actions, thoughts, and feelings. I've heard malachite is a powerful stone, that it can, it's just very powerful, that it could, like if this was a stone you slept with under your bed, it might give you a headache. I don't know, I have to believe, I don't know if I even believe in any of this stuff to that extent. However, I like the fact that I can have this and I can think about and meditate on what, those meanings I just read. So I really like that aspect of crystals. Although, of course, you have to remember, I mean, they do hold energy, because that's why we have quartz watches, right? So and then my mind just spins in a circle about it. I don't know. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see shit. The sun just came out, so that's a sunrise there, Gemini. The sun card could have to do with a Leo person. Could have to do with the Leo time frame, which is what I was told when the pandemic is really going to start to feel like it's, I don't want to say over, but we've turned the big corner. Like we're clearly on our way to it being over. So who knows? We'll see. So the sun card, yeah, you can't see shit. Let me put my things down. You can see my nice sweatshirt that I've been living in for the last year. Okay, let's take a look at your cards, Gemini. And did I say I don't think I did. On March 28th, there is a full moon in the sign of Libra. So another air sign. That might be quite a comfortable position for you. The Fool. This is totally malachite. What does it say? Encourages risk-taking Yeah. Open, I mean, the Fool, they have an open heart. They are just open to experiencing new things. And to me, it isn't that the Fool is foolish. I really, yes, there could be the reverse aspect of the Fool doing something foolish. But to me, and he's zero. He's the beginning of the major arcana, but there are some people that put him at the end, and I'm one of those persons. I'm one of those people because you go through the lessons of the major arcana, right? The spirit, it's each one is a spiritual lesson, and you know, the magician, okay, I can manifest anything. The hermit, you withdraw. The death card, you transform. The tower card, everything gets torn down and you have to reassess what you're thinking. It can be you're trying to take all of these lessons and apply all of them to every situation. And it makes it seem like there's never going to be a perfect time. Like this one says go and this one says stop and this one says, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, to me, the Fool's like, okay, enough. You know what? Fuck it. I'm never going to do anything if you guys just like, nothing's ever going to be that perfect. It's the 80-20 rule. I need to just experience it and try it. It's not that I don't understand it might not work out or that, you know, it could go a different way than I'm hoping, but I still need to live because if I wait for the perfect time, I'm never going to do anything. So what is this? Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. Yeah, you can handle it. That's what it is. You can handle it. And if you're talking to other people and they're like, "Oh, don't do that." That's their fear-based reaction, thinking of themselves doing something. It has little to do with you. Six of Cups. So this is the Fool and the Six of Cups really go together well for me, Gemini. It's simplicity. It's stopping and smelling the roses. It almost looks like she's smelling in this picture. I know a lot of people use cardinals as a sign from loved ones. There's a cardinal in here. Look at the little dog, cute. She's just breathing in the fresh air and she has very little baggage with her and she's going on her new adventure. Kids, they don't carry baggage. They haven't been through it yet. Unfortunately, some little ones have, but they don't worry about minutia that isn't necessary. They just, I'm here now. I'm present right here outside and I'm going to pick these daisies and play with the flowers and just enjoy what comes along, what's going on. I'm not going to be thinking about bills I have to pay right at this moment. So it's really about being present and experiencing what's happening right now because that's where you are. So yeah, being more present is really coming through now. It can also be people from your past going home. It can have to do with children. So what does it say? Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently. So that's the nostalgia for meaning of this card. In better or worse light, and how they really occurred. So I always think about that. My brother and I, there are things about our child. He's 2 years. That's the one that's 2 years older than I am. There are whole things I talk about he has no recollection of. He has some things he talks about that I don't really remember. But the things we do both remember, we both remember differently. I mean, in some way he's probably right because he's older. But I mean, but if both of us could be dropped back in that situation, if time travel, was real, we would probably both would not have remembered it accurately. You know what I'm saying? Oh, was I talking about the Hermit? It did come up. It came up in another reading though. I think that was, who did I just do? Aries. So you may have a connection to Aries. So the Hermit, oh, it's really interesting. The Fool and the Six of Cups is like, enjoy the simple things in life. Life is too short. Chill out, let it go, and just be present. Because I feel like though it's not, it's a lot. It's worry. It's your mind may have a tendency to sort of spiral into the worry, and I feel like you're really letting that go and realizing, this isn't helping me be happier, and it's also not helping the things I have anxiety about. You know what I'm saying? But that aha moment, that understanding, comes from the hermit, comes from going within and doing some soul searching, doing some self reflection, some personal work. You may even be doing some counseling, some therapy, and taking sort of this also came up maybe for Aries, those icky bad feelings that we just have surrounding past things, past job situations, past relationships, whether it's romantic or family or friends, and they can just almost fester. Oh, I hate to say that word, but and they're not doing anything helpful. Whereas if we can really just examine those feelings and why did I feel that way? And maybe if it's things from childhood, you can think of, well, let me look at this situation now as an adult. Because as an adult, in the in the bigger context of life experience in the world, as a child, I couldn't be responsible for that. I need to let that go. Um, I would never look at your own child or nieces or nephews or whatever, and think of them how old they are, and think, well, yeah, that's how old I was. I do this with my son. I'm like, oh my God, that's how old I was when I started doing that. It's so, you think you're so grown up, so you can give yourself a break, as well. I think when this combination is coming up, and it frees you up to be open to new experiences because you've been able to let some of that fear and anxiety about things go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, we'll just leave it there, Gemini. Take care.